Oh, we're back. We do have sound now, so I'm going to tell that. I'm going to say that again because that means there's going to be jokes. Hello to everyone again. Welcome to the Hands Up for Trad afternoon show. I'm sure you'll all agree winter is nearly here. My car has been making pigging signs when it reached 4 degrees for a week now. In fact, my car is making an ominous squeaking noise at the moment. It sounds like it might be about to break in two. So if you see me on the news next few days, hopefully it's not for the wrong reasons. Now, we've got a few Hands Up for Trad broadcasts coming up for the next few days. Tomorrow, you can join Joy Dunlop at 1 p.m. for our Meet the Sponsors of the MG Alapa Scots Trad Music Awards, and that's on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And on Friday and Saturday, that's the 27th and 28th of November, we have our Hands Up for Trad Music Club St Andrew's Weekend with Rura and Emer. If you would like to buy a ticket for this amazing weekend, you can go to handsupfortradmusicclub.co.uk. Now, please tell us where you're watching from and share the show to our friends, and welcome our fab guests, Chris Stout, Jenna Reid and Graham Mackenzie.
Hello.
Hello.
You'll be used to that kind of applause, guys.
Not in about 8 months.
So tell me, did you think that the second time of that intro was any better than the first? Well, that's a bit silent.
We're just copying you, Simon, there.
Right, so for the people at home, today we are in Lerwick Harbour. The beautiful Lerwick Harbour.
It's a fine day. Is that today?
I wish it was. It probably is in Lerwick. The sun always shines there, apart from when it's raining. I was actually going to ask about if anyone else has any cars that are about to break in two, or are you all feeling quite confident about your motors at the moment?
Really?
Yeah. It's a bit of a sore subject, cars, but hey ho.
You've just got a new one, a new Jag?
I wish. No. The cars are running fine.
That's excellent to know. Well, before we get started, I thought we could watch an older video. When I say older, I mean in 2018. It's the Elephant Sessions. And I suppose it's a reminder of the times that will be back very soon. Fantastic stuff. I look forward to the days very soon when we're all vaccinated up to the max and we're all out jumping around. Anyway, before we get chatting to the guys, I thought we could watch Chris Stout in action.
Today I'm smoking mackerel, and this is going to be good. That's it. Stay safe and healthy. Don't go out.
Who needs a fiddle?
Complete waste of time. There's mackerel to be smoked.
So, Chris, give us your cooking tips for mackerel.
It's a dark art, I have to say. I'm not sure if I've got long enough here for me to describe it, but it's kept me going through lockdown. Put it that way. It's kept me going out on the deck here with the barbecue, just going like a mad thing. So it's been good fun.
What about you, Jenna? What's your speciality in the kitchen?
Ooh. Gosh, my speciality in the kitchen is probably, well, I have a homegrown pepper plant, which I've been enjoying with many nice baked fish and meat in the oven.
That sounds good. And you, Graham?
I've been known to do a few dishes yet. I think the speciality would be a chorizo risotto. There we go.
Very good, very good. Well, we'll make sure all of these recipes are on the Hands Up for Trad website to download later. So anyway, let's talk about the fiddle. You're all fiddlers. So Chris, what made you start playing the fiddle?
Well, really, I think I just saw it being played by Ewan Thompson, who's a fiddle player, and he was in Fair Isle when I was a young lad. Then I saw Ewan playing the fiddle, and his grandfather also. And I suppose that was my earliest vision or memory of seeing the fiddle getting played. And I guess I was inspired by that. It's nice because Ewan went on to study how to make fiddles. So all the fiddles I play now and my viola and all that were made by Ewan, who was my earliest kind of inspiration to start playing the fiddle. So that's why I started.
And what about you, Jenna? Why did you start?
Well, I've got a brother and a sister who had already started playing the fiddle, and we all went to piano lessons, and Mum had seen Shetland's Young Heritage play and she loved it, and she's a musician as well, and she loved the sound of the fiddle, and my brother and sister were going for lessons, so I went as well, and yeah, we all did it at the same time. So
amazing. What about you, Graham?
Well, my mum's dad had a fiddle in the family and always wanted a fiddler. So the fiddle was there, and I really enjoyed listening to music around the house, and just took off from there, really. And my mum was a music teacher, so kind of helped on that side of things as well.
And both Chris and Jenna, you both learned from the legend that is Willie Hunter. In fact, I have an amazing picture of him here. What was that like, Chris?
Well, I didn't.
Oh.
No. See, you should have done your homework, Simon, before coming on here. Really,
I'll just take this picture down then.
No, please. It's a beautiful picture. The boys, two of the guys in Fiddler's Bid were taught by Willie. So he was there. But So I guess we kind of hung around quite a lot. So I kind of, by osmosis, kind of gleaned from Willie teaching the other guys in the band. But I wasn't taught with him. That's something that Jenna has, which is really, really nice.
I'd like to thank you for correcting me when I mentioned it earlier on then.
No problem. I thought I'd just let you fall on your face live on air.
So did you learn from someone local, Chris?
I had lessons from a guy called Arthur Robertson, who's a local fiddler as well, who was kind of different again. He was quite Scottish influenced in his playing. I suppose Willie was as well, and the Shetland style. And then there was Tom Anderson, who was really, really very about the traditions. There was all these different and others as well, but different fiddle players who had different relationships to the traditional music all around. And so Arthur would have been my main influence in traditional music for a good few years.
All right. And Jenna, did you learn from Willie Hunter?
I did.
Who's that?
That's my hero. Yeah, I did. I was really lucky to get lessons from him from primary school right through until leaving high school. And right up until he died in 1994. But before that, I had some lessons with Tom Anderson as well in the Islesborough Community Centre on a Saturday morning, along with a load of other people. And yeah, it was loads of lovely traditional Shetland tunes. And when I had lessons with Willie Hunter, it was more so going through the Scottish collections, James Scott Skinner particularly. So yeah.
And would you have met Chris growing up in Shetland?
No.
You would have remembered, Jenna. You would have remembered. For goodness sake.
I think when I was getting old enough to go to the lounge bar and play sessions, then there was always brilliant sessions in the lounge bar. Harris Playfair would take the front off the piano and play ridiculous music really well, and there was always a ton of fiddle players. And
Chris may have been one of them.
Very likely. But did you not leave Shetland earlier and go to music school though, Chris?
What's that?
Did you not leave Shetland earlier and go to a music school?
I did. I went when I was 15, so that's probably the reason I kind of went away. In fact, I passed my old school the other day when I was passing your house. I'm not going to say live on telly where that was in Mulgai, but I passed my old school, so I kind of left when I was 15, which was a new adventure then. So that's probably why Jenna and I didn't run into each other in the pub, because I wasn't in Shetland. I have to say, Jenna, your jumper is the real deal. Thank you very much for wearing such a decent jumper today, because it's better than we've done, except for Simon. You're always dressed quite impeccably, but Jenna's rocking the Fair Isle, and the Fair Isle is not rocking the Fair Isle. So, so thank you.
My neighbour in Quarf, a new neighbour, Claire White, who's a brilliant fiddler, her mother-in-law knitted this. Barbara Johnson from Scalloway. So this is a hand knit, the top, and the rest is on a machine. But yeah, obviously there's loads of different Shetland, but this is my go-to. I got it as a present when my daughter was born 3 years ago, and it's my favourite jumper.
That's nice. Well, we're going to actually watch a video of Chris in fiddle action this time, and it's Chris playing The Day Dawn. Chris is to tell the viewers at home that Chris is slightly worried about this, but I've assured him. But then, since he assured me earlier on about something that wasn't true, I've told him it's really good.
It's going to be terrible.
Maybe our viewers at home could vote on this performance. Let's have a listen to Chris playing The Day Dawn. So
Jenna.
Graham, sorry, go on.
Jenna, hold on, Simon, Jenna, are you going to tell him or am I going to tell him?
It's the wrong tune. It's not the day dawn, is it?
Is it
It's going well today.
I was thinking that. I was like, that's just not the day done.
It's much faster than I remember.
What's that one called again?
It's called the Trowie Burn.
Oh, I know that. I recorded that back in about 1988 when you were all babies. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, Graham, if you were an adjudicator and looking to lose marks on that performance, where would you take them from?
I don't think there's many marks lost on that one. That's a beautiful video.
It's a lovely. Nice, I think and I would tell folk at home to go and look up that video because it's a really nice video. It looks a beautifully shot video, and it's a great interview with Chris afterwards. Not that I listened to it, but it went on for a while.
Yeah, we did. A bit like this interview, actually, Simon.
So, Jenna, last week you started your first trad youth club on Zoom. Tell us about it.
Well, I spent a lot of money on logos. This is my kids' whiteboard from school that they do practice and writing on, and obviously you can tell the letters are magnets. But anyway, it's just a way of P1 to P7 coming together for free on a Friday evening at 6 for 20 minutes. I play some piano and some fiddle. We go through some chords, 3 chords, some rhythm games, and it's just a little bit of light relief in among all this madness of this year. And it's a free service. Obviously, I'm a musician full time, and because of the way my business is set up, I didn't qualify for any government help whatsoever. So from March onwards to now, my income would have been absolutely zero, and everybody knows that's not possible. You can't live on that. I've been a musician for 20 years, and well, more than 20 years, and I thought quickly, and now I run 4 evening classes a week, which I actually love. And some people live alone and it's a lifeline for them. Once a month we all meet up and have a tune and a beer and a glass of wine, a cup of tea. I do a morning wake up class on a Friday morning at 8 for I'm up from 6 with the kids, so it makes sense, and it's such a nice way to start the day.
What's a morning wake up class?
On a Friday morning at 8 to 8:30.
What is it? What do you do?
You just play slow airs with the music, and by the time the class has started, my kids have gone to school, and it's lovely. And it's a way of repaying people for joining up to my classes, and it's a way of saying thank you. Some of the people that come along have got children, so they come to the Friday night class and don't pay for it. I don't want anyone to pay for it. And
that's lovely. That's lovely. And how do people find out about it?
Well, I just set it up last week, and we did the first one, and we had 23 families. So people were just to email me or message me on Facebook or Messenger or friends of friends. So it's just been word of mouth kind of thing. But anybody's welcome. You don't need to play an instrument.
So if they were to go and look up, say, your Twitter account or your Facebook page, is there details of it on there? And all your other classes as well?
Yeah, there is. It kind of stemmed from Blazing and Bewley. We did that online for the first time this year, obviously, like loads of people have done, just adapted to doing that. And usually I'd be heading out the door of an evening, high-fiving my husband on the doorstep, swapping the kids over, trying to get into a locked apartment with key fobs and all sorts just to teach a class, which everybody does that all the time. It's not much new, me saying that, but doing this work from home has made life really simplistic and really enjoyable.
That's amazing. Well, check out Jenna's social media for. It sounds like what a great thing you're doing, Jenna.
Oh, well, it's just lovely. We just chat to folk, and we're all in the same boat. Because I'm a musician doesn't mean it's any different. There's people who've lost their jobs entirely and or are working from home and don't live with someone and they've no company, or it's just about trying to be a good person and trying to use your time and have a laugh.
Oh, it sounds lovely. We're just going to listen to you play, but someone's just asked a question. When did Chris take up flower arranging?
My chat must be so good, eh?
Yeah, what do you think? What, yeah?
I can't be a good lily. I bet you smell lovely too. Well, let's watch Jenna in action. And this, we were discussing this earlier. This is a video that is not long on YouTube, and it's a channel called Mild Drums, and they took a video of Jenna and her sister Bethany playing live from Jenna's live album, and they played along with the drums, and it's fantastic. So let's have a watch of this. That's great stuff. Now, just before we move on, just say hello to a few people watching. Hi to Philip from an overcast Norwich, and hi to Tom from Japan. Hi to Maureen from Killin. There's Piper McCain in Portland, USA. Christine from Benbecula, and Philip saying that Elephant Session is a fantastic track. It really is, actually. Hi to Debbie Taylor, who was just finishing her lunch and loving the cooking of the mackerel. Ready for that. And hi to Anne from Dunvegan, and Elizabeth Mann from Mid-Yell.
Oh, boy.
And for all those people watching, Yell is in Shetland. And and Philip McHenry thinks I maybe have to go back to bed. Are you saying, Philip, there's a few mistakes today? So Graham,
Hello.
You also do an awful lot of teaching as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's always been a big part of my musical career. I think since I left school, I started teaching in my last year of school, and built up a few pupils, and really enjoy kind of just passing on my knowledge, and also you learn more about the fiddle by teaching yourself, and you start analysing your own playing through that as well. I've always enjoyed doing it, and enjoy teaching at the Glasgow Fiddle Workshop in the group classes, and it's always great fun just meeting new people, and just teaching nice tunes to them. So,
and Chris, do you do much teaching?
Not really. Now and again, if somebody kind of asks, then I'll give a lesson or two. It's nice, but I just I've not really got into it in the last while. But the times that I do it, I love it, and more so maybe the weekend things, the courses. Sometimes, once or twice a year, I'll maybe be asked to do one of them. They're a nice kind of sociable way of passing on music as well. So that's all we say.
Yes, yeah, fiddle and flower arranging and cooking.
There's no end.
And Graham, you've taken on the project of doing a tune video a day throughout. Is it just for November?
Just for November, yeah. What a stupid idea. After day 3, you're just going, oh, what have I done? and then you put it. Oh, thanks. No, I'm good with if I have a deadline, I'm good with deadlines. So since it's out online, I felt like I've had to do the whole thing really. So, but it's I didn't really expect it to be as much work as it's turned out to be. Really, it was supposed to be a little tune a day, and then I started doing the first one and putting arranging and putting a couple of parts to it, and then I was like, I've set the bar too high. I can't just go and play just a wee tune now and then put it out the next day. So I should have left that.
They're amazing.
Oh, thanks.
But they're so good. They're so good.
Thank you.
I think as soon as you add video to anything as well, it doubles the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It literally has taken up the whole month to do, but it's been good fun because I haven't been the most creative I've been this year. So it's been nice to spend this month getting back to it really. So it's kept me very busy really. And learn a little bit more about the editing side of things and trying not to be so frustrated. And I've still got a working laptop by the end of the month as well, so I've not managed to throw it against the wall yet.
I mean, it's difficult. The skills that everybody has had to learn throughout this is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if any of our viewers remember Chrissy's Out with Stout broadcast at the start of lockdown, and I loved them. They were fairly short-lived, I have to say, but they were great broadcasts.
They were short-lived because I hated them.
Maybe could there not be a Christmas with Stout wee series coming up?
There could be. You're giving me all sorts of ideas, Simon.
Of course, you're heading away quite soon.
Are they all
Chris.
for free? What's that?
Of course, you're getting married very soon.
I am. I know that's kind of at the forefront. We're having a micro wedding with my mum and dad and my sister and my brother-in-law. Unfortunately, Christina's parents can't come over from Brazil, but we are very, very, very hopefully going to be there soon after to celebrate with them. So it's kind of exciting times. I've waited long enough. It was a time that somebody snared me. It's happened.
Yeah, lucky Christina. Yeah. Now I know, Jenna, you have actually work that you've got to do now, haven't you? You're away to pick up the wee ones.
I know, this is the good bit. But this has been lovely though, don't get me wrong.
Well, actually, I mean, I think we're going to watch Graham in action now, which will be a good moment for you just to disappear.
Okay, if this so, then I'll go.
Right. But it's a great set of tunes. What are the tunes, Graham, we're going to watch?
Farewell to Wally Range and Mouse in the Kitchen if you get that far.
Hey, great stuff.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
No, it's been fun. It's been a fun wee project to do, and I've tried to keep it varied as much as I can, tune wise. So hopefully there's something there for everyone. And
where can people see all your stuff?
It's all on Instagram and Facebook. So Graham Mackenzie Music.
Oh, fantastic. Did your parents play, Chris?
Dad plays the accordion, and he plays the organ. He used to play kind of like once every month in the church and the accordion. So I've been always had that kind of sound in the house as well. So I write trad setup with the box and the fiddle going on in the house, you know.
I meant to ask you about Fair Isle, because how long did you live there?
So I was about 8. I think I was like primary 3 or something when Mum and Dad left to go to the Shetland mainland. But then obviously my grandparents were there, and my uncle and auntie and my cousins, and so I think when we moved away, I think we moved to Sombra, which is the nearest point of land you can possibly get to on the Shetland mainland from Fair Isle. So I think Dad was maybe a little bit nervous about leaving Fair Isle, but we went to Sombra so he could still see it on a fine day. so Fair Isle was always an ever-present part of my life and my family there. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. I've never visited. I'd love to visit there. So thanks very much, guys, for coming on today. It's been great fun. I apologise for all my mistakes.
It's really funny. Thanks for having us all on. This is great.
Yeah, thanks. No, it's great.
I've never been part of one of these shows, and it's really nice. So,
well, it won't be the last, Chris.
Thank you for all the good work you're doing as well. Just
Not
keeping people involved with all the music and going on during this lockdown. It's fantastic. So, yeah. And
well,
good on you, Graham. Your tunes are fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Chris. Cheers. Thank you.
No bother.
Right, guys. Well, I'll see you. Remember the Rura and Emart Friday and Saturday night, and you can get a ticket here. I hope you like that new little effect here when it flies onto the page. Very expensive, that. Look, it even flies off again. Watch this.
That's dripping in gold that time. That really is. A man from Mulgai could afford that.
Oh, it says the man in Partick. Is Inverness not the most expensive part of Scotland?
I don't know. Well, it's growing pretty fast anyway. We'll go with it.
We're so posh. We're so posh.
Folk music middle class. Our forebears would be so disappointed.
Excuse me. Thank you. No, thank you.
Excellent. Right. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you later.